right, welcome to the Voncast Show. Today I got promo one special with me, Young Baca, Sushi, Antoine. How's it going, man?
Doing good. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here. I've heard the name Young Baca Productions for years. Put a name and face to it.
Don't believe the things they say about it. Don't believe the good or the bad.
Okay.
You should find out for yourself.
No, I just heard not heard, but I've seen the name on flyers,
Yeah.
promotions, Facebook.
You should see it.
So you should
Put
have
on
gone on
over
the show.
240 shows a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Almost 800 new artists last year we put on.
Damn. All right, so
You
let's
should
get
hear about
started that.
We do 20 shows a month.
20 shows a
20
month?
shows a month, yep.
All right.
And then the days we're not doing shows, we're doing things like this, promotion. We do the B-side forum. We have different podcasts, things of that nature. And like we talked about before the camera came on, we give $2,000 away to the best MC about every other month, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, man. We're the saints of hip hop.
Nice.
All I can say is that Young Baca Production gives great opportunities for artists, and I feel like any artist that's really about their craft should take the opportunities because they take you to New York, they take you to Atlanta, they take you to Florida, they got all type of places to take you. Canada is one of the spots I've been with them, and I'm telling you, it's the best thing for an artist. Like there's not many production teams, one, that's giving away money to an artist without it actually being their artist.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that right there is genius within itself. So if you're not gonna take on the show for the flight, take on the show to invest in yourself, you get $2,000 to invest in yourself. What promotion company is really giving you $2,000 to invest in yourself, your craft, your art?
And then the other side is, and then we do this contest called Cali to New York. So we take an independent, local, underground artist. It could be solo artist or group. We take them to, they do a contest, and the winner gets a trip to New York. And it's all paid for. The flight, food, hotel stay, live the hip hop life. We're gonna give you 2 dope shows. We had a show in Brooklyn. We had a show in Manhattan. 2 different crowds, 2 great turnouts. And then on top of it, we have Hot 97 plus on Power 105 backing it. So those are lanes and opportunities that you're not gonna see really out here.
Right.
You know, so that's really good. We build enough of a relationship with the East Coast that they show us love.
That's dope. We'll start with introductions, just like name who you are, what y'all do.
Well, my name is Buddy from
Buddy.
498 The Family.
Okay.
Antoine's my real name. And I've been working with Young Baca Productions forever, and I like it.
Right.
It's a great company to be with. It's a great company to rock with. And my partner here, he's also in our group, and collectively we have a record label called Cali Music Group.
Okay.
And we are putting out music, we are doing shows, etc.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it in a nutshell right now.
Cool.
I go by Sushi, 498 The Fam, Young Baca Production. I'm the guy, try to stay as far as behind the scenes. And I would say I'm the most blunt person
Got it.
in the circle. So.
Why sushi? You like sushi?
So the reason why Sushi is my son and I. So as you see on the sweatshirt, it says fresh.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So what's fresher than sushi?
Not much.
Not much, man.
And-
As raw as you're gonna get it.
Got it.
So-
I got that.
And the
Okay.
fresher the better.
Gotcha. I dig it.
And I got my name from Little B. So
Really?
Yeah,
No
probably.
shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
You like Lil B?
Bass guy.
Yeah?
you gotta
A lot of underground hip hop cats don't like Lil B because they think he's like a character.
But
You
the
like
thing
Lil
is,
B?
Little
He
B is
started
the
this-
godfather.
Yeah,
of
started
all
the man,
this.
dude.
Fucking
So if you go to like right now, who's popping on the charts? Blueface. Blueface wouldn't be absolutely nothing if you never heard of Lil B.
No, Lil B, I mean, like, people laughed at him in 2010, but he fucking paved the way for this shit. Like, everyone dropping videos, like, every week, that's him.
Yeah.
You know, Riff Raff, Lil B got, Lil B.
Riff Raff is
off part.
Little B's right before Riff Raff started popping, but
Lil B
Riff
had
Raff
the-
learned a lot
Yeah.
from him, and they did a lot of work together
Lil
too.
B had the blueprint, ad libs
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything, so the low budget quality videos, went from like some hype X shit.
He had a lot of Krayshawn.
Yeah, oh yeah.
She did a lot of his
Yeah.
videos and stuff.
I like Christian. And you must be
I saw Clay Sean here at CSUN.
2012?
Yeah.
I was there too. I was
Oh,
fucked
okay,
up.
cool.
I was fucked
Yeah?
up. I was
You were fucked up off what?
I'm not saying. I'm on camera.
That's why it's good for the podcast, dude.
I was
Be
fucked
open.
up. I was on alcohol.
Okay.
There you go.
That's good. Nothing wrong with
I
that. We're
didn't
like
know.
19.
Nah, I was.
I don't know.
I was, wait, hold
Too
on,
much?
I'm 31. I'm bad at math. I'm Asian. I don't know. I was like 24, 25.
Sweet. Yeah, my name is Young Baca.
Yeah.
One half of Young Baca Productions. My man Sushi right here. Yeah, we hustle, we work hard, we do good business, and that's why we're able to do trips to Canada. We're able to do trips to New York multiple times. How much times we go to New York last? Yeah.
Last year we went 4 times?
Yeah, went to 4 times New York last year. That means we flew 4 artists out as well. Give them once in the
4 different artists.
once in life.
So, like I told you earlier, this contest right now, which started last Friday, tenfold, which the winner gets $2,000. So this time will be a total of $8,000 that we have given away in cash,
That's dope.
plus these other 5 trips to New York. And each of those trips to New York is around $2,200 to $2,500. So if you look at it, we're putting a lot back in the scene because we really truly believe that you have to invest in your neighborhood and community and give back.
I like
so
that.
so one thing that most people do, they're takers. A lot of them are not givers. So we have a lot of little things that we do, like the Young Baca Foundation.
Right.
We do stuff with group homes, we do stuff with family during the holidays. When kids going back to school, we try to get them a fresh cut, some shoes, and a backpack, so they could go into school with some pride, feel good,
Right.
and know that somebody's looking out for them.
Yeah.
So our biggest thing is we take care of the 818, our community, where we live, where we grow up, where we buying our food. and
Right, I like that.
community.
And the best part about the Young Baca Foundation is that any artist that work with Baca can also get involved with it.
Right.
So they always let you know what's going on. They always put out a flyer to say, "Hey, yo, we're doing this for back to school." Hey, yo, and it gets the hip hop community and the valley involved.
That's
So
dope. Yeah, I was I learned I'm Asian American Studies major, and the big thing was giving back to the community. Leaving it better than you came in.
Yes.
There's that one thing I saw on Ti's like Instagram or Snapchat or some shit. He said like, people don't remember you by what you've done, but the opportunities you've given. And from what I can tell, you've given a lot of opportunities. That's really good.
Yeah.
I want to say I think the $2,000 contest thing is nuts, and I thought it was nuts when we started doing it. I didn't want to do it. Michael Sushi texted me at 3 o'clock in the morning and said we should give $2,000 away to the best MC. And I said, "You're fucking nuts. How are we going to afford it? How are we going to do this? Blah blah." And he said, "We'll figure it out. Put together a blueprint, and now we've given away $8,000. Same thing with the contest." I said, "How are we going to afford to fly somebody to New York City, all expenses paid? They're going to do our shows, which means that's a set that we can't book for another artist in New York City because we're going to give the opportunity to somebody out here, pay for the food, pay for the flight, pay for the hotel." And he figured it out.
It's a process.
Now here we are, man. Yeah.
It's a process. And we do good business, so people come back and do business with us, and they understand the process. And
What is a production company? Or is it like a promotion company?
it's everything. It's everything. So from DJ, hosts, venues, the booking to flyers, just hitting people up to promote the thing. It's a combination.
Got it.
So if let's say an outside company wants to put on a show, they could contact us and we could take care of each department. So they want us to run a show for them. Perfect. We got security, we got door person, we got DJ, we got host. Whatever you need, we could do it. You need a runner to go run down the store and get us something. We got it.
Oh, okay. So it's like a Costco for everything.
Yeah.
We do like album release parties for people and stuff like that. Yeah, different things.
Okay, because I wasn't sure, because I thought it was just promotion. Because when I think of promoter, I think of like, that DJ, oh yo, say my name, you get fucking in, that kind of shit. But obviously something more.
Have you done that before? You said.
I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't, because that's what I heard. Like the some streets in 2000.
We call it promoter because it's the most easiest, commonest thing to people get. You say I'm a promoter. They go, oh, you do shows, you do this, you do that.
Right.
So if you say you're an event coordinator, they'd be like, what?
You plan weddings.
Like weddings,
yeah.
this.
Event coordinator, some shit probably. So 498's a family, right?
yes.
Talk to us about that. Like it says on the genre, you're more than just hip hop. It's also rock and pop.
Oh yeah, we do all sorts
Talk
of
about the
stuff.
sound and how y'all got together.
Well, it's a family.
Family.
We've been together for 15 years.
Wow, okay.
I've known this guy all my life.
All right.
It's our music sound is influences from Wu-Tang all the way to Modest Mouse.
Got it.
You know what I mean? So like
We're musicians. We love music.
We appreciate it.
Yes.
That's all. It's just we have a deeper appreciation for music, and we don't mind listening to other things to catch influences.
Gotcha.
I think one of the biggest things that was, I'd say, is different about us. A lot of people get together, like a group of friends, they'll get together and say, let's rap. And all of a sudden they're a rap group and all of a sudden. Me and Buddy right here, Antoine, we were making songs for many years before we ever touched a stage.
Yeah.
We ever thought about performing in front of people. We had hundreds of songs already written out, recorded, mixed, ready to go. But it was because we were still developing our sound and finding, our lane and what it is. So we never rushed it. So we just kept on working on our craft. So when it was time for us to take it to the next level, we were already familiar with the process. So by the time we got on a stage, we already knew how to really work it because it wasn't rushed. It wasn't. So I'd say our sound is at the end of the day, it is a West Coast feel. You'll feel the warmness of the West Coast, but it has a range that, from early sampling to just 100% all original beats, you'll get a flavor from American style, Asian style, African style. It's just a combination. That's something that when you're really creating, developing your sound and learning, during that process, you learn, like going to school, you study different things. So if somebody comes to us and say, hey, I want to make a rock song, perfect. We have done those.
We don't shy away from it.
Yeah, we take the challenge. Oh, you want to do this?
It's possible.
Right.
With my experience, when we started working together, he taught me how to respect music first, because my first song took me the longest it ever took me. I didn't even know what to do when I first stepped into a booth. A lot of cats get on here and make a SoundCloud song, but don't practice the verse. Just say, you know what, I'm gonna freestyle and I'm gonna just put it out. Yeah, that's dope, that's fun, and you never know where it can take you. But I felt like what my brother taught me was to respect the craft that you're going into. So this is how you write a song. This is how you write a hook. This is what 8
There's
bars
songs 11, 8 bars, 16 hook.
I didn't know none of that. And a lot of these guys, they just like, they just go in there and do it. But when you go, take it back from the 12th bar, what are you talking about?
What's the 12th bar? Can't do it. Can I spit it from the beginning again?
Yeah.
So, but that's just all, like he's saying, like we've been doing this for so long. Yeah. So when it was time for us to take it to the next level or work with other artists or established artists that already made it in the game, run by the machine, we're already at that speed of running with them. So we do a lot of writing, a lot of production. We do a lot of projects with other artists. We have stuff like, we go back to New York, and we're very blessed that we could work with a lot of dope artists.
Very fortunate.
Yeah. I thought it was cool, like, individuals from the Valley, they're out in New York, like in the fucking Hot 97, and I'm like, damn, that's fucking impressive, man.
Yeah.
I don't know too many people.
It's the quality of work. So the thing, I'll tell you this about the West Coast. I love the West Coast. I will always live in the West Coast, but I really don't truly fuck with the West Coast music.
Why is that?
And the reason why is because everybody wants something before they even should give you any love. So if I go into a label in the West Coast, they are looking at you like, what are you gonna give me? I have to come to a label with some money, $200,000, for them to really give you a real, truly opportunity to pop off. Yeah. I could go with my body work as is right now and go to New York, and I could have some of the dopest producers willing to work with me. Some of the dopest, we've been very blessed that we have worked with people from Dipset. We have worked with people, Hell Rel. We just finished this. What was it? On Sunday?
Yeah,
on Sunday,
we just
finishing our mix with Hell Rel and stuff. We have a few songs with him. J.R. Ryder, Fred the Godson.
Ooh, Fred the Godson. He killed it on the Funk Master Flex stuff. Shit.
Fred the Godson stuff is dope.
Yeah, we have Sin City, and right now we're working on a project, and he's gonna produce the whole project. Is the Heatmakers.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I saw that picture.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's impressive.
Yeah, so
that was
shout out to
second session too. That's not the first time.
Yeah, we have done sessions and building up of we have a catalog, we have songs. So when we want to go work with somebody else, what I do is I send them a package. Like, this is our sound, this is what we're looking for. Are you interested? And they do a little research and they come back and be like, you're A1, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's link. So
that's awesome. Wow. That's really cool. Damn, I'm just taking it all in. That's awesome. I dig that.
yeah, it's all independent, 100% independent.
100%.
We want to learn it ourselves
Yeah.
instead of somebody else doing it for us.
Right. Back to Mr. Baca here. How'd you get into promotion and throwing events?
I always loved hip hop. Wanted to get into hip hop. I can't rap, so I figured I might as well do shows and stuff like that.
He tries to rap.
Okay, so listen, I wasn't going to say. I think I'm a hell of a rapper.
He has
I think I'm
the
a great
same
rapper.
5 bars.
I think I'm
Maybe
a great
6 bars
rapper.
now.
I
but the same
wasn't going to
5
say anything.
bars.
I think I'm a great rapper, and I think if I put my time and energy in, I'd be one of the best rappers.
I thought.
All right, let me break this up.
Let's
First
do
of all,
this.
this guy right here has all the time. All the time.
No, but I choose not to be a
All
rapper.
the time. No, you think you're a rapper.
No, I choose
No,
not to
deep
be a rapper.
inside, the man deep inside is a rapper.
There's been multiple times
Yeah.
where it's just like,
I thought
give
you were
me
a rapper.
a-
No, I don't want to be a rapper.
I thought
I
you were a
honestly
rapper
don't be.
first.
I say this all the time. If when I'm fortunate enough to have a son, and he wants to be a rapper, I'm going to tell him you can't be a rapper. Is that wrong with me?
No, I mean, you can tell him about.
Is it wrong with me, Black?
I don't think it's wrong with you
You
whatsoever.
think it's
You
wrong
can
to have a
tell
son?
him what you can
Tell him,
advise
okay,
him.
whatever, son. So I have a daughter.
Okay, so first of all, I say yes, you are wrong, because by the time you have a son, we're already gonna have the game mapped out.
I hear what you're saying. But I know so many egotistical rappers. I know
Yes.
so many struggling rappers. I know so many rappers that are delusional about who they are and what they represent. I would prefer that my son stays out of that.
What if he has a different
Alright.
mindset?
But
I believe he
can
was a
see-
different mindset. I believe that. I would prefer my son to stay out of the industry. It's a dirty game, man.
It was very dirty, but
It's
it
just
was.
disgusting.
I truly believe that if I don't see nothing wrong with that, because what he's basically saying is no, you can't. Now it's up to you to figure out,
How to do it?
are you gonna
No.
if you truly want it, like what he's saying gonna matter.
Exactly. I
You know what I mean?
will say it's cutthroat.
It's cutthroat, but let's go back to this.
Yeah.
Baca was a hip hop fan. That if you go back in the archives of battle rap local
Yeah.
scene, you would see a young
He
Baca
was rapping
with a
out.
little bit of hair. No, he wasn't rapping, but he was
Yeah.
in the front row with his hands up. All right, he's always been a hip hop fan.
I used to love hip hop, dude. I don't want to say like I don't love hip hop now, but
Back
especially
then.
818 hip hop, it was the greatest thing ever. Battle rap, it was the greatest thing ever. And that's what
Yeah.
got us
Who
in
was
together.
on the scene in 818?
Like the Vime Addicts, I Suppose, Illwood, XP, Reverie. I like Reverie a lot. I still like Reverie a lot. Gavlin, people like that. When I was a fan, I was a big fan. I loved it, but I was young and I was impressionable and I loved hip hop. And luckily, it led me to this. But yeah.
Yeah, Baca was doing the battle scene.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I
hosting?
started off. I would host a little bit, but I would help them, kind of organize and stuff like that. I hate that right now.
Did you have to break
One
the
of,
fights?
one of our
No.
biggest battle rappers that come out of this area, I would say, is Disaster.
Yeah,
He's from 818?
yeah, he went to Grand High School.
No shit.
Yeah.
I know he's from Lebanon, but he came out here, but I didn't know he's from Glendale, right? No.
Well, that's what he used to. No, he went to Grand. He went to. I'm messing with you. He went to Grand High School.
Nice.
Yeah, well, Disaster actually has like big going up. And now when UOL, Smack, those type of guys, they come to LA to set up
Yeah.
events. We get them the venues. We help them organize it, things of that nature.
Were you part of the basement?
Yeah, that's one of the first shows I went to was in the basement. I love the basement, dude. Yeah.
Project Load, have you been there?
No,
I haven't
no,
been
Project
either.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
You're too young.
No, not me.
You're 31 and you're too young to go to Project Blood. So
I mean, Dumbfounded, how much older is Dumbfounded? Me and he's like a few years older than me.
something like that. Yeah.
But
We did shows with all those guys.
Yeah.
nice. So you got into production because you loved hip hop and it's became something you like doing.
Yeah.
Tell me about the record label, Cali Waves.
All right, Cali Wave Music Group is our label that we put on. We do project deals. We don't do a project deal is that we do projects at a time.
We do.
So a lot of these artists, when they get signed to a record company,
Mhm.
they get signed a 360 deal. They own you for life. They own everything about you. So I don't want to own any artist
Right.
at all.
Right.
I just want the project. I just want to make sure we make a good project together.
It's like it's the collaborative deal in the finest form, because it's no clause like, okay, since we're working together, you can't work with this,
Yeah.
this, and this. That's not how that works.
Mm.
All we say is, hey man, when we come together, this is what we're working on. But you can do whatever you want to do outside of that. You can, if you want to promote whatever you want to promote, you can promote.
You want to release something else?
You want to release something?
My
else?
goal is to make a good project. That's all I want, projects.
But when the project's ready, all we ask is you do your part, we'll do our part.
What is your part, our part? I was gonna segue into like, what are the responsibilities of someone who runs a label, and what are the responsibilities of an artist if they have responsibilities other than making music?
So it really depends. It's like if you're going as a, like myself, what I'm doing, I'm just creating projects. And because we're pretty much a mom and pop operation, we take care of the financial parts of making the project. All right. So we will once we get the project done, we'll go out and promote the project. So that means the mom and pops will fund the promotion of it. What I expect out of the artist is for them to go 100. If I'm spreading for you and I'm spending all this money for you, I better see you running with me. That means you being that excited artist saying, check out my music, share my music, come to my show and hear my music. You have to be out there. You know, some people say, oh, they're spamming. That's what you have to do. You have to be on IG, Facebook, freaking everywhere.
I just don't like it when people tag me like with a tag of like a post of like 90
people.
That I just.
You know what that is? Those are new people. They're new. They're just learning it. So a lot of times you'll never see them from an artist that you've been for 5 years, 6 years. They won't do it. They rather go to your inbox and personally send you the project and say, hey, check it out. I hope you like it. How you doing, by the way? And try to make it more personal. And then so you don't feel like this person is just spamming you and giving you the same old run sheet like he's giving everybody else. It's more personal.
I've unfriended artists because of that.
Who have
Yeah.
unfriended before?
I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
I'll say
No. If somebody tags me,
So let's throw the cap on.
I just usually go untag. All right.
I do that.
I'll do this because
I
what I try to do
untag.
because it doesn't. Check this out. It doesn't cost any money to click a button.
Right.
You're not giving no money. You're showing them support. So what I usually do is I'll be like, damn, this guy been tagging me all day. I still hit that like button and then I go and untag myself from that post.
Right.
So when he goes on there, all right, some of these people are really sensitive. They're gonna see, oh my goodness, I had 99 people I tagged. There's only 54 people left on this thing. I'm one of those people that still hit like. So it still shows as an illusion that I'm supporting it and everything because it doesn't cost much to support.
You're right. It just to me.
But there's different ways of going about it, though. I hear what you're saying. There's different ways of going about it. But that's what separates somebody that's seasoned in the game as opposed to a rookie that just tags 99 people that pop up. You know what I'm saying? No one's really going to check out your music that way. You feel me?
What are you saying?
What I will say is, I understand the ambition behind someone really wanting to get it out really bad.
Yeah.
But my thing is nowadays it's set up to where just pay for the promotion.
Right.
Even if you only have $20 to give, that's $20 more than a lot of people are doing. Yeah, you could do this free range stuff, but you're gonna burn yourself out, one. And then the people that liked you or kick it with you or think you're dope aren't gonna think you're dope anymore because you're like, dude, you keep giving me the same thing over and over. It's like me coming up to you, we're friends, right? And I'm like, yo, my name's Antoine. You're like, yeah, I got that. Yo, my name's Antoine. Yeah, I got that. Hey, man, my name's Antoine. Yo, I got that. But yo, you don't understand. My name's Antoine.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, I got that.
Right.
And you're like, to the point you're gonna be like, you know what, Antoine? Fuck you. I'm out of here.
I'm a friend.
like, you know what I mean? It's like we were cool, but bro, like you can't do it that
Right.
way. And this is just from personal
Me
experience.
too, and I understand.
You know what I mean? And I don't feel bad that happens. It's just that once you get to that point and you reach your friends, now you got to make another step. Now you got to reach people you ain't never met before.
Right.
And sometimes that takes a little money. And whatever you got to give to the pot, give it. You know what I mean? And as long as you grow the pot, you'll see something.
All right, so at the end of the day, your goal is to show your face, present your music in front of new people. I always say, when I talk to artists when they first come in, I always tell them, don't invest in your family and friends. Your own best friend is not going to be at every single show.
Right.
Your mother, your father, they'll come out to the first one show because they're proud they won, because you see you promoting. I go, after that, doggy, it's time for you to swim in this ocean. You're in this ocean and you got to swim. And so a lot of artists, they get discouraged right away because they'll go and be like, damn, I had 25 people that came out and see me. No, those were your family that came to see you. That's different than supporters.
Yeah.
And then you also got to know this, all your friends, they're always they're always going to claim that they support you, but they're never going to be seen till you make it.
Right.
When you first make it, they're going to be the first one to say, man, I saw them back in 2009 performing. I've been there from day one, but you haven't seen them.
Right. And as an artist, okay, sorry.
No, go ahead.
As an artist, I don't take that personally.
I don't either.
I don't either. Like, I like performing at new places.
I ain't gonna lie, I used to.
Yeah.
I used to take that shit really personal.
But it's like, people have lives and whatever, but to me it's like, it's not so bad.
You can't ask people to come out to every
Right.
single show you do.
No.
Put it this way,
That's
like,
nuts.
to me, I see this opportunity. You get to rap in front of new people you've never
Yes.
seen, you probably never see again, but they know your name. To me, that's really cool. Like, and I never tell them, it's coming, hey, come to my show, come to my show. If they want to, they know about it. You can fucking blast it on social media all day.
Yeah.
If they're gonna come, they're gonna come. If not, I don't think.
But a lot of people don't understand that process, so they get discouraged and get bummed out, and then everything changes. And then a lot of them, that's how they fade out of the scene. They're done. I always tell people to look at and take a screenshot of all the shows in January of the year, and then the following year, in the next January, go back and see how many people are still doing it. And it's very, very few.
Right.
Because after you get on this train and you keep on moving, people fall off, and they don't understand that at the end of the day, it's a process. And that's where I said that we're, Buddy and I, we did all this music before we ever touched a stage. We knew what we were getting into before. A lot of these people just get together and be like, you're cool, you're cool. We're a rap group, let's do this. And it's more than that.
And that doesn't work. We've tried it. It just doesn't work. Because some people have character adjustments that need to happen in order for it to work. A group is like a well-oiled clock. One widget can mess the whole thing up. So if one widget is off just a little bit, now the clock is off. You know what I mean? And you have to reconstruct everything because of that one piece.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like,
There's a lot of egos, that's the thing. Hip hop, have you ever met a rapper that say I'm the third best? No, everybody's the best. Everybody thinks they're good. Nobody says I'm okay.
I like to say I'm okay. I like to say that I have a lot of progress ahead of me. I like to say that I'm not entitled to shit. That's why when y'all hit me, I'm like, really? Okay. I have no expectations. When I drop music, when I go to shows, no fucking expectations. I'm fucking happy.
That's dope.
That's cool.
But you're a college-educated man that's been in the game for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? Most of these cats, they're young. They don't really have they don't really have a solid foundation. They don't understand the business side of it, and a lot of them feel entitled. They were entitled because the homeboys, two of the homeboys told them they're dope. They're entitled to this. They're entitled to that. You're an educated man. You see a difference.
I didn't really learn too much from college.
What? You didn't?
You know what's funny? There's a hip hop club here one time, and 60 East came by.
Yeah.
They gave us this list of
What's the hip hop group called?
Hip Hop Culture Club.
Shane was one of
Yeah.
the founders
Yeah.
of the group, right?
Yeah.
I remember. I
Shout
came
out
out
to
when you
Chicken
guys
Shane.
had your first. Shout out to Chicken Shane.
Yeah.
But I came out when you guys had your first group.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, it was super small.
But he was saying 60 was saying the world doesn't owe you shit. No one owes you shit, and you can't expect to be paid in the beginning. And I drilled that in my head, you have no entitlement. Just because you're a rapper doesn't mean you can't be. Someone has to check your shit out.
But that's not just music. That's life. Nobody owes shit.
Exactly.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how smart you think you
Yeah.
are. Doesn't matter how handsome you think you are. Doesn't mean if you're the best rapper ever.
That guy right there, I met. We have done work with his other group member.
First
Tim.
Tim, all right. We put him on a show a long time ago. I see you rocking the sweater. But when they say nobody owes you anything, stuff like that. That guy 60, he went extreme. To be noticed, he put a logo on his neck.
Hey dues.
Yeah, so he went to the extreme to be noticed.
Yeah.
So it's like what you want. How bad do you want it?
Yeah.
And yeah. No, it's dope that he got that tattoo, but I feel bad because that festival's gone.
Right, but he has it's gone, but
But
I understand I understand the thing. Man,
if you're from
he's
the era,
willing.
the era that pay, it's gone. But I see that as respect. I remember what the pay dues was.
Yeah. When they went for it, and we were also part of that whole little group going for that pay dues and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Another question I'd like to ask. I mean, it seems like everyone now is a rapper, right? maybe you can like drop some knowledge, like what are misconceptions of being signed and getting all this money, 360 deals? What can you tell us about that? Maybe you can educate the audience about some of that stuff.
I think that these, I think everybody, like I would even say, including myself, a record deal means something totally different to me than what it was 15 years ago.
Oh yeah.
I know that this time around, if I get a record deal, it's going to be how it's going to play out because of what we know now going into it. So a lot of people, they think, oh, if I got a record deal, I made it. I'm there. I'm done.
Money, right? Like
I got it. But they don't know who's really behind the money, who signed it, how does it break down, how much do you have to recoup?
It's a loan.
They don't know. So at the end of the day, I always tell artists, when they come up to me and they want to pick my brain and say, hey, this, I always tell the artist, learn it yourself. You become the man. You learn this game as much as possible because you're going to just add more chips on your side.
Mm-hmm.
So a record company could take care of a lot of things for you and make it easy, but all that costs money.
Yeah.
All you got to remember is that an advance is not a check.
Right.
You need to stretch that money out. When they give that money to you, let's say they give you $100,000. That $100,000 is for that project you need to do. All right. So how much you think now you're popping? Now you are a big name rapper that got signed by Sony, and they give you let's say they give you $1 million. Now you want to work with Pharrell. Now Pharrell might cost $250,000.
That's a good.
All right. So boom, there's $250. Now I got Pharrell. Now I want to go work with a Timberland. Timberland might cost another $100,000.
Features too.
Yeah, features. And then next you know, you're living off of $40,000, $50,000 is nothing because it's nothing, and you have to pay all that back. And if your album doesn't pop, they got you for it. Depends on how many albums you sign for.
And they don't pay for your promotion.
They don't?
No.
It depends on what your deal is. No, if you get a deal these days, everything is part of it. Everything's part of it. The goal is to run up the tab as much as possible so they can hold on to you.
Mm.
And they own a piece of you. So if you're done with one deal and you go to the next label, that previous label has still a piece of you following it.
It's a bad credit card with a terrible
Yeah.
APR.
Mm.
But think about it.
Good point.
You know, I was telling him the other day, I don't think we're ever going to have a hit record. All right? And the reason why I think that is because how the machine is run. We have to make a deal with the machine, the big labels, for you to ever get that opportunity to get a deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a couple weeks ago they had the Grammys. You know, the Grammys only gives out on TV 12, 13 awards.
Mm-hmm.
But the Grammys is given out every single fucking week in this industry. Every little artist that's popping, all of a sudden they're big, they're famous. It's the industry giving them that extra little push.
Right.
So nobody that you hear on the radio that's popping, that wasn't done on accident.
Mm-hmm.
It was manufactured. They found a good record that sounds cool, and they were able to put a lot of money behind it and put in enough speakers.
Mm-hmm.
And then music is all about a feeling. And if you have a catchy hook, it's brainwashing. You will remember it. How many times have you listened to a shitty ass song, and then 2 weeks later you're humming that song, and you're like, shit, that's a whack song. Why is that stuck in my head? It's there. It's brainwashing. It's
I love Tekashi music.
I like Tekashi music too.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So
like
it's cool.
Tekashi.
I'm glad that you brought that up. Let's bring that up. What would you do?
Of what?
This guy now that is being labeled a snitch.
What would you do if you were facing 47 years? The feds come to you in a room similar to this, and they say, "We're gonna cut a deal with you." Tell them
You have to snitch on everybody.
Well, let's say this. Well, I'll be like, well, my own people try to kill me. Manager fucked my baby moms.
There you go.
I got set up and kidnapped by my people. Fuck yeah. I mean, like, I'm not.
But
then
you
again,
chose to hang around those people, and you chose to use
That's
that blood.
his.
You
Yeah,
chose to use
that's
that blood
his.
affiliation
You're right.
Okay.
to pump yourselves.
Check it out. Daniel was a good kid.
He's a good kid.
Okay, a good kid.
I don't think he was a good kid.
No, he was a good kid that found a lane, and other people was able to bring that even out more. So for him to start going so viral and popping and getting crazy, he had people on the outside that was influencing him to keep doing that knucklehead shit and keep fucking around and keep that money that he had in his hand. It wasn't his money in the beginning. It was the people trying to have him build this fan base up and build it up. So I have heard from people say like, damn, he's a snitch, and then I'll say those points. They were
But
saying
he chose to be around those people. Though.
I-
He's grown enough to say, I want to hang out with these people,
But Baca-
and I know the risks that come with these people.
Hey, Baca, in the beginning, some of the people that we had part of our crew, you weren't 100% cool with them.
Yep.
You were okay because I said, yo, dog, this is our team. That's all it is.
But that's because I trust you and I
You
trust your
trust me.
guidance, so yeah.
But my thing is, this person over here, there's a chain of command of what's going on in that thing. He's just
But
a
I
puppet
was grown enough to say I trust this man with his guidance. That's what I said.
with this, but there's
Yeah.
other people.
But I trust that you wouldn't put us in awkward positions.
What I will say though, when
I think he's a
influence
snitch.
is a motherfucker. And when you go from sleeping on a fucking floor with roaches
Yeah.
to your own bed, just by doing this persona, you're gonna run with it.
Yeah.
Like, the kid didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
He didn't know.
But he wasn't a kid.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. He's not a kid.
I don't care.
I would say he's still-
from
What age is somebody not a kid?
He started from 17.
At what age is somebody not a kid?
22.
No, that's not true.
okay,
That's
okay.
crazy.
22.
Okay.
The state of California disagrees with you.
No, I'm not going with the state of California. I'm going with the mindset.
Well, you can say people are immature.
I'm Takashi's lawyer. I'm Bob. How's it going? All right, so my defense, Takashi's defense. He grew up. His dad got murdered a block away from him. He never finished high school. Sure, he's an adult, but he's not the most intelligent.
So listen,
person, per se.
when I was 3 years old, my father was killed in front of me. When I was 7, I was diagnosed with cancer. When I was 15, my mother died in my arms. When I was 17, the state of California said, you want to be an asshole and act up in a group home, then you go out and there and be on your own. And I was homeless. Can I hang out with gang members? People say it's okay because Bach had a tough childhood. There's no excuses, man. You know what you're doing.
Okay, so but the thing is, you are rare. You're
Yeah, you're rare.
You're very
That's very
exceptional.
Listen, I'm the American dream. You know?
Okay, you are a very rare individual that.
You're a rare case.
Okay. So when a lot of it, I would say the reason why I build with you is because you had a lot of the same upbringing of me. So I see a lot of the same qualities that I have.
Yeah.
All right, in you, and people said the same thing to me. It's like, damn, you should have been this. You should have been dead. You should have been gone this. And
So why make excuses for people that
no, because everybody is different. Everybody is different.
Not
So
everybody.
Not everybody makes those choices.
Yeah, everybody.
I hear what you're saying, but if you choose to hang around gang members and you know what that
I will say that-
entails,
I agree.
If you touch fire, you're gonna get
Yeah,
burned.
so
I
it's
know
not a
that.
big
And
deal.
you know what? I can attest to the same thing because I have homeboys that I grew up with. They went one way, I went another. I was called
Yeah.
corny for going that way. I was called this, that, and the third. But when it came down to it, when they was all getting booked and going to jail, they was like, damn, I should have went with you.
I will say,
Like,
yeah, he should.
You can't play the game and then when
Right.
you get caught, say, "Oh, well, these guys made me do it." That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because what I will tell you is for anybody that's really paying attention is when it comes
Yeah, he chose
when
it.
it comes to gang banging, the person that said the best was Mike Evans. You really got to do that shit.
I hear what you're saying.
I'm bragging
You know what
right
I
now.
mean? A lot of people don't get that. Like when you join that fraternity, it's blood in, blood out.
But a lot of it, he wasn't in the gang. It was all illusion.
He was a mascot.
He was a mascot. It was illusion. He was a good kid that they found that he was
Unfortunately,
cool.
in gangs, the mascot got to put in work too.
And this mascot never put any work in, and
But
that's
that's
why
what
he's
gangs do.
snitching.
Gangs play on the weak. They play on the
That's
lonely,
it.
and that's what they do. But you have to be. Listen, the kid just joined the gang in 2009.
All right, I'll tell you this. Check it out. They're saying that there's a possibility that he doesn't. First of all, I don't wish nobody to serve jail time. I hope nobody served jail time. I hope none of that. But if this guy gets out and they put him under witness protection, and this guy disappeared, and let's say they put him in Kansas.
How can he with a face?
Trust me. Know what they do? They do plastic surgery and they'll remove all those tattoos. That's what they do. All right. That's what they're going to do. They'll do plastic surgery.
Face off type shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what they do, and they'll put him somewhere. But if he ever released music after
He's gonna be
this,
a rapper, you think?
hell no.
No, it's no way.
It's crazy. A lot of people say that how the digital era is right now. You could drop an album from the moon,
Saw that.
and then you could still pop. All right, people do anything.
Would you check it out? I would check it out.
I think.
If Tekashi goes in witness protection and he's living in Kansas City, he drops an album, I'm checking it out.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And then
Going
you're
part two?
so then there you go. Then you're support. I don't think I could really. I could rock
I don't
with him.
think-
I would check it out.
I'm gonna keep it real.
I would check it out along with other people.
I think it's
Curiosity.
over.
I would check it out of curiosity.
I don't think you'll find him in Kansas City. Kansas
City's tough.
He would be dead. You don't make
Maybe
it out
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like Kentucky,
Iowa.
Like country.
You seen
yeah,
Goodfellas?
Montana, something like that.
So that guy, he was in the wrong for snitching on his family and friends, right?
He faked his death.
But what makes him different than Tekashi?
Thank you. I was bringing that up.
He's still a rat, no matter what.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's never going to lose that. He's never going to lose that. But you could kind of go back. These people set him up and tell his enemies where this guy's going to be so they could kill him. So
He
Baca,
chose to hang around those people, though.
I understand that, but Baca, if I am the one setting somebody up, having Slum come do the hit on you, have myself, but Antoine and I in Slum take $1 million from you.
I hear what you're
The
saying.
woman that you have a baby with, we run a train on her.
But I wouldn't. But I
Tell
know.
them,
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Find out where your family, and let them know where their address is. That beautiful new car your brother got. Let them know where to cut the brakes. Guess what? You're going to feel a certain way. Baca, I promise you,
100%.
you will grow your hair back,
100%.
super long, man, and you'll be snitching.
100%. I hear what you're saying, but I choose not to hang out with people like that. I trust your character. I trust Buddy's character. I trust Slum's character. I don't put myself in a position.
That's just you
my
being
whole
mature.
my whole life, I've never put myself in a position to hang out with people like that.
But that also means that whatever lessons you had to learn, you took heed to them.
Yeah, I understand. He's
Not
a
every-
snitch.
not-
I agree.
you gotta-
I agree. I agree.
You gotta
They did some more
remember-
things to him,
you gotta
but he
remember,
chose
we're
to
all-
play that
we're all-
game.
We're all learning.
I'm not, let me double check. Let me double check. One second.
Tell that kid to wait. I'll talk.
You guys had it at 8? Okay, cool. Yeah, we're running a lot of time.
Alright.
But
Ask her if she thinks Tekashi snitched. I'm gonna ask.
all right, we're running out of time, but I think we got a lot covered. You know, we learned about the record label,
Right.
the foundation, the Young Baca
Anna Baca.
Productions,
Anna Baca
Young Baca
Foundation.
Foundation, the production side, also 498 fan.
Also, this Friday we have We the West.
Yep.
Got it.
Rascast is going to be there.
Nice.
There's a lot of great.
And then we
acts.
have We the West on March 1st when that Planet Asia as well.
Nice.
So I'm inviting you. You're gonna be on our guest list, but whoever you want to bring, man. Yep.
Where can we find you on social media? One last question.
Oh, you can find us 498 The Fam, THEFAM. You can find us on everywhere online, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere digital platform. You can find that. We also have a new video called Voodoo. It's just dropped. It's featuring Jason C and Matt Grams.
Yes.
Shout out to those two artists. But yeah, check it out. New video. It's dope.
Yeah, we are, and What Voodoo is on a project called Table Full of Bosses, which
Yes.
is also on Spotify. Tidal.
Check it out. Table Full of Bosses is a collective of all 818 artists.
That
Let's
we-
check it
that-
out.
Yeah, there you
Happy in the
go.
streets.
It's A1 artists, A18 artists that we ran across over the years, and we wanted
Dope,
to see if we
dope.
could mesh and
Dope.
make a sound. And it was a successful project. It was a fun project. It was a learning experience,
Yeah.
and it's a very good sound.
I'll check it
Great
out.
sound.
It's a good body of work.
And YoungBacaProduction.com, Young Baca Production, IG, Facebook, all that stuff. You know, 20 shows a month. We're grinding tenfold in 2 weeks. And then on April, we're going back to New York.
Nice.
So it's gonna be good. We're working.
Cool. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Likewise.
Thank you.
All right, hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Bombcast show.